guys, welcome back to my channel, Cottonwood Crafts. I am the crochet person here. So I go over markets, things I've been crocheting, things like that. This week's video is going to be mostly market recap and what I've been crocheting. So I've got a couple of markets to go over just because I'm really sorry I did miss the week before last, just because I will go into it a bit more. I had loads of markets, so also apologies for the oodie, but I'm freezing. So here in the UK, basically the weather thinks we've gone straight into winter, because for the last 2 weeks we've had storms and weather warnings and all sorts. So yeah, actually one of my markets ended early because of a weather warning came in. So to start my first weekend of markets, so not the weekend just gone, the one before that, I accidentally booked 3 markets. So I had my Friday market. I always got my Friday market, and I booked in an additional Saturday market because there was a end of summer fun day local to me with the market I usually go with at urban markets. And there was a spot, so I said yeah, that would be great. Just up the road, like 15 minutes if that. So I joined that, and the one I forgot, so like the week before that, I got message to say a spot had come up at Cambrian Lake. So I've been there before, so if you've been around, which I usually can't get into. So I said, oh yeah, of course, you know, if any pop up, I'm happy to join. It was on a Sunday, so it had been moved. It's usually on a Saturday, but it had been moved to the Sunday because something was happening, and a few of the traders already had the Sunday market, so they couldn't move to the Sunday, so that's where I got the spot from. Now, all of that completely went out of my head when I booked it. So my husband helped me with my calendar just because of the, you know, yes, the chaos is what we're calling it, the chaos. So because of that, he helps me with the calendar, but somehow even he missed that I'd managed to book 3 in a row. So the Friday market I did, sorry, I'm looking down just because I've made some notes this time. Organisation, I'm learning. So yeah, it was terrible anyway. So my Friday market came, it's quiet, it's fine. Somebody did pre-order 2 pumpkins, so that was great. So I had those to make, and then so I've sent those to myself, and I totally haven't paid any attention. I'm so sorry, guys. Bear with me. So I did sell one of my loaf cats, which was the black one. I can't keep the black ones in stock. I make it, I put it on the table, it goes out the door. Which is good problem to have, but yeah, so the black cat, I did pre-order for the pumpkins. I sold my last bat, my last spider, I sold one of my pickles, I sold a pocket pal, and I sold my last rat. Yes. So actually that wasn't too bad. It was this week was dead. So yeah, you know, it's fine. Made my fee. Got some pre-orders. Like I've said in previous videos, if you've been here, I do pandy to support it, just because it's home, or it used to be, and the town is getting a bit of regeneration at the moment, so it should pick up hopefully. So then the Talbot market on the Saturday was fantastic. So not only from a market point of view, so selling, but it was a really lovely day. we had sun, but it wasn't too hot. There were bouncy castles for the kids. There were pizza, burgers, and an ice cream van vendor. Plus the local community council got involved. There was the words. So there were stalls for them. There were like tombola and lucky dips and, you know, all like the fairgroundy kind of stuff. Inflatable hammers and all that kind of thing. And then as a little market as well. The Pipeworks, which is a local bar, set up a portable bar as well. So there were drinks if you wanted them. And yeah, it was just such a nice day. A real like community day. It was great. There was definitely some sort of mayor there because he had a giant gold necklace on. So yeah, and it was just really good. So also then from a market point of view, it was pretty good. I sold my butt cactus that I put in the, I've got one here. Who needs to put a picture in? It's not quite finished, and this one's eyes are terrible, so I should probably put a picture in anyway. Would be much better. But yes, basically, butt cactus, because it has a booty. I just love doing that. And I've started 3D printing the pots just to make it a bit faster and a bit easier for myself, because I'm finding it quite difficult to keep up with the crocheting and the markets. So I wasn't going to book any more in. How do you think that's gone? Yes. So one of my bookmarks, I sold an axolotl. I sold, and I was so excited. So Lloyd's, one of the people Lloyd plays D&D with, had come round and they were having a chat with him, and they walked it off in it, and they came back and they were like, hot dog pup. Now, so it's the big alley crochet hot dog, and I said it for like 30 quid, and they didn't bat an eye. They were like, yep, that one, want it. So I was so chuffed. So chuffed. I sold a couple of my pocket pals, and I sold my flower turtle, my last flower turtle. So I don't have any of those left, but I have something to show you. Yeah, so like I said, really great day. I bought some things, mind. So the trader next to me was selling key rings, resin ones they'd made. So I bought a little L and a G for me and Lloyd. We have already broken them, but there's probably us being a bit manhandly. So yeah, and I don't know if I've mentioned this in the video, but there is a wax melt lady called Boo Boo's Burns, and she's very goth, and I love everything about her stall. And I have been eyeing up a cauldron wax melt burner for about 7 markets. Every time she's there with me, I'm like, oh, I really want it, but I don't need it. So I haven't. But I was like, if I have a decent day, I'm going to just buy it. I've been eyeing this up long enough. Go get it. Plus, at the Tonopandi market, there was another wax melt person, SJ Home Sense, who again comes to quite a lot of the markets. And he gave the traders little samples. So I had wax melt. So it's totally his fault. Definitely his fault. So yeah, so I bought the burner. I bought the little cauldron, and I had a little bubblegum sample wax melt to go with it. It smells amazing. Then I'm going to jump ahead of market just because I bought more from her at the next market this weekend, because she had Halloween melts, which I'm never ever melting, but they're awesome, and I should have brought them with me because they're on the table over there. I will insert some pictures if I remember, and by I, we know who I mean. Yes, so that was the Talbot market. Like I said, really great, lovely day, amazing. Then my Sunday Cambrian bonus market. I didn't do great, but it was fine. I made the booth fee, so you know it was just a break even kind of day. It did tip down. We were cold and wet, so for the weather to have even sold anything was a bonus. I sold one of my hanging plants. I sold another butt cactus that I'd made. I sold a carrot keyring, which was so cool. That was to another trader, and it was just so random that this child liked the carrot keyring. I was like, yes. So another one of my cats, and they also bought a capybara in with that. So again, it was okay. But I was exhausted. So 3 markets in a row absolutely washed me out. Now I was really lucky I don't work my regular job on a Monday. So I have Mondays and Fridays off for my regular job, which is why I usually do a market on a Friday. So I get a Monday off. Was so lucky because I think I slept the entire of Monday and woke up Tuesday. Really, really tired. Which is also why I didn't do this part of the video. I just didn't have it in me. I was exhausted and I would have been miserable. And nobody wants to see me miserable, so I decided to wait. Fast forward to this weekend, just gone. And I did 2 markets. So I did my regular Friday market. And then I did Pile Garden Centre. So that was a bonus market again. It wasn't planned in. They messaged me, we've had a dropout, would you like to pop in? Sorry, I'm doing the camera thing again. And I said, yeah, that's great. I can't usually get in this one again. They have crocheters, everyone crochets. So I was chuffed. I know a couple of the traders because we all go around the same ones. And this is the market I bought my second Boo Boo Burns melts. Did that make sense? Boo 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 boo. Yes. So it was awful. So I should have said the Tonopandi market for this week was a washout. And then the pile was even worse. So although the Tonopandi wasn't great, I did sell some bits, but we were freezing, we were wet, I had my heated seat on with the battery pack, I had an hoodie on with my hoodie underneath, with a blanket on my lap. I froze to death. So basically, we've been in a weather warning all weekend, and it really, really did hammer down. We got caught loading the car, which I think was the problem because we started the day wet and damp, and you just can't warm up, thank you. So yes. Okay, so let's just skip to Pile. Pile on Saturday was again hammering down. It rained, it stopped. It rained, it stopped. It rained, it stopped. But when it rained, it friggin' absolutely poured. I've got some video for that one. We'll insert. So you can see the lovely downpours and the river going through the car park. So I did have 3 pickles. So my pickles were crazy. And then I sold 2 pocket pals to another trader. So, and I spent more money than I made. So I bought the Boo Boo Burns, and I also pre-ordered a jumper because the woman came over. There was an embroidery lady there, and she came over in this jumper that had like something about the season and then a ghost and pumpkins, and it was absolutely stunning. And I will show you when it arrives because she's going to post it out, so should arrive soon. But yeah, it was basically atrocious weather. About an hour before the end of the market, we the wind just kept like really swaying the tents and blowing the backs into us. So we were all a bit concerned anyway, but then our market trader lady, Urban Market, they can't trade over 35 miles per hour winds because it invalidates their insurance. So she gets alerts from the Met Office when it's a problem, and it alerted her there was only an hour left. We were all being blown to bits, so we packed down and quit for the day. Still, two of my friends from work popped over to see us, and one brought her dog, and it was so adorable. So again, it was nice. I dog spotted for a while, and yeah, it is what it is sometimes. But all rolled into one, I'm still here. I'm still happy. I'm still going. This weekend we are not doing my Friday market because we're going to Dubs at the Castle again. So this is a different one. So they do 3. They do Caldecott Castle, I couldn't get into, Amroth, which is 2 or 3, it might be my first video, go check it out. And this will be at Wobley Castle in West Wales. So we're really looking forward to it. We're going down on the Thursday evening and staying until Sunday, but we're only market trading on the Saturday. So Urban can only be there on the Saturday. But we have a camper. We've got a VWT4. So we were like, well, if it's an option, we'll just use it as a little holiday as well. So yeah, so we're going to go down on the Thursday. And I've only got a trade on the Saturday, which will be really nice. So I'll let you know how that goes. You must return. Yeah, so that's my market updates. As for what I've been making, I've done quite a bit. Some of it is in my markets to go already. And some of it is new to me. So I made the... Just going to get my notes. So the pumpkins I did for the trader who ordered, I used a free pumpkin pattern on Instagram by _ Efyrie _ EFYRIE. We'll pop it below. Really great. Turned out adorable. Made a couple of extra. I skipped the legs, so it was kind of like a, you know, so, but the lady didn't want that. She just wanted a smiling pumpkin. So I skipped the legs and did a squishy pumpkin. Really, really cute. Will insert photo if I can. Then, ooh. And I'm going to have to insert a photo because I don't have it here. I made the Demigorgon from Just a Mum Crocheting. I think that's the name. This was a paid pattern, and it's a little Demigorgon. It's like a baby. It's so cute. Such a good pattern, considering it looks complicated. It was pretty easy. So I made 2 or 3 in a row. Because I really like those, and obviously I've got to destroy one, which sucks. From the UK, you know. So then I made the ghost, and this is an Instagram pattern, and the name is escaping me, but it's really, really popular. Nope, I will insert if I remember. And again, I don't have one here with me, but it's a ghost. It's a little plain ghost. I did do a bow on, actually. I stuck, and that wasn't in the pattern, but I fancied popping a bow on the head. I finally pulled the trigger on Drift. So the Crochet Carpenters Drift the Octopus. Or if you crochet or watch other, it's everywhere. It's been everywhere, and I'm really slow to the race game I don't know the saying. So yes, I made a couple of those, and actually I made 3. Yes. So the first one I bought this yarn for the big anchor, the octopus, and I just haven't had time to make it. So I thought I'd use it for my first drift. I did not make the finger puppet version, I've made the plushie. He's coming out a bit oranger than he is in my lovely yellow light, but he is burlap blanket, not a clue of the name, but yeah. And then I made another one. So this yarn I had, and I was like, oh yes, octopus colour, well, sea colour, there he is, twist. Just love these legs. And then I made one more. So I'm gonna jump about a second, because have you seen Crochet Roulette 2025? 10 crochet artists have all gotten together to do a collaboration. Travel Crochet AU got the idea to do 2 roulette wheels that combine to make instructions for a plushie. So the first week was variegated for the colour yarn off the one wheel, and Australian animal as the topic from the other wheel. So I did a alligator / crocodile, because I don't know which is which. In variegated greeny yarn. I will pop a picture if I can of my little guy. I really enjoyed the pattern, and it is escaping me, but I think he's in my last video, so... Oh, it's definitely linked on my Instagram. So the second week, move along, was yellow and mushroom. And in case you didn't know, love mushrooms. So I did the... Sorry, I'm looking at my notes because I really thought I wrote this one down, but I didn't. Yes, I did. Sorry, guys. Crochet. So that's crochet _ crochet, and it's CHEY. I'll pop it up, just because that made no sense what I said, because I just said it twice. But I do have other colours, so bear with me. Sorry, I know the camera's gonna do that, and you're gonna see my giant mess of a yarn pile as I'm getting ready to go away with it all. More yarn than clothes, right? That is totally how we travel. So anyway, it's this little pop-in mushroom. I love him, but it's in yellow for the challenge. And he has a butt. Ooh, I really freaked the camera out then, didn't I? Boom, 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 boom. Baby got back. Apologies for the singing. Yeah, and I then made a friend. Ooh, hello. So yeah, so now I've got a yellow, and I've done the red and the orange, because I'm hoping to have a rainbow. I have actually made a list for this weekend to try and kind of maybe keep me on track, or at least just show me a track. So I'm so scatty most of the time. Hashtag ADHD. I cannot make decisions on the fly. So I find that as I finish a project, I have difficulty with the next project. I get, it's like, it's got a name. I either want to say executive dysfunction or decision paralysis, or probably a combination of both. But anyway, I have that trouble picking the next thing, especially if I need to like set it up. So if I need to get the yarn together, if I need to work out if I've got the colours, that kind of thing. If it's not really simple to combine, you know, it's 2 brown colours and I can see them in front of me. It's just difficult. Sorry. Anyway, so I have made a list. That was all to say that. So yeah, so those mushrooms are on my list, and it's a rainbow I'm hoping to complete. So I'm 3 down, 3 to go. I know a rainbow has 7 colours, but I'm combining indigo and violet into purple for simplicity. Anyway, back to topics, because Crochet Roulette Drift, this week's Crochet Roulette 2025 theme is sea creatures, and the colour was pink. So since I was already making drifts, I made a pink drift. Not sure pink octopuses is a thing, but it is now. And again, I just love these legs. So yeah, there's my drift. I had this pattern for about a week. So I'd ummed and ahed. Like I said, I was last on the train with this pattern. I don't know the saying, but I was last. And I bought it, and it comes with like a little disclaimer at the start about the rounds and being short rounds somewhere and moving yarns, and it freaked me out. So I was like, I can't, I don't get it, I can't do that, this is beyond me, blah blah blah. Do you ever do that to yourself, just like to completely psych yourself out? And then I kind of sat there, and I watched so many crochet videos on YouTube, so many, and I'm thinking, no, all of these people can do drift, all of these people are doing this pattern. I've been crocheting nearly a year now. I've done some complicated patterns. As long as I just slow, concentrate, and actually read, I think I can, I'm okay. I'm okay. So I was like, no, you can totally do this. Jesus, did I work myself for no reason? Yeah. Yeah. I understand why he explains it as a warning and explains it as like, because you like abandon a row or a stitch or something like that. And it's like, you would never do that. So yeah, no, it was totally fine. If you read the pattern, trust yourself, go for it. It's, I love them. I will be making many, 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 many more. So yes, this is my pile of drifts. Because I do have a Anchor the octopus that I put on my stall. If you've been here any length of time, you will have seen him before. And he's kind of just for display because I like him. And I get asked about him so much, but I'm like, 100 quid, not even. It's not. I think I say about 90-95, but because I don't expect to actually ever sell it. So I get asked and people are so interested. I thought, oh, I need to do a small version, something little that people will be able to afford. So that's where I picked Drift. So I was watching I don't know who. I'm so sorry. Like I said, I watch so much YouTube. But I want to do a sea turtle. So the lady I was watching suggested Myrtle the turtle. Sorry, I'm back on my notes a second, because Myrtle is by I don't know. Bear with, because I do have my iPad in front of me. Chastity and Designs. Sorry, I'm so trapped I could find that so fast. Yes, although I should have had it on my notes. I make the notes, that doesn't mean the notes are going to work. And so I used the One Drift colour and made this little guy. Oh, I probably should have said the second drifts are with Yarnsmith Snug as a Bug. So is this guy. So it's Yarnsmith Snug as a Bug in some sort of leafy colour. And they're sort of sand beige. But yeah, amazing. Such a good pattern. And again, it was really good for testing because everything is crocheted in. So none of this is sewn. You do it all in the round as you go in. Shell to body, it's all in one. Head, you make a head, but you crochet in. So security wise. Anyway, love him. Made some more. So this is the yarn I've got on my big anchor that I was saying about. And then the same sand. I do have these on my list to make a couple more. Whether that's going to happen, I have no idea. Then I have one more pattern to show you, and that is kind of a mod. So I watch What's Up Cupcake a lot. And she has on her Instagram a free pineapple, just a little like pineapple buddy, which is what she makes is like the little positive pals, and she's got a sign that says it's fine, I'm fine, something about being fine, because it's a fine apple. But what I did was turn it into a swing buddy. So I've got this one, which is the Yarnsmith chenille, and I kept going. So I then made a smaller one, which is just, it's still the words. No, it's not. I'm totally lying. This is Brett, JC Brett. But I wanted to do pineapple on a swing because of the Dubs Festival. We're going to, vans, cars, you know, that kind of thing. So they're the swing buddy mirrors and pineapples for van life. If you know, you know. You know? Yes. A few of you are going to get that. I don't know for any particular reason. Pineapple. But yeah, I really, this is one I've made but haven't put on a swing yet. Oh, and the two small ones don't have smiley faces because I made them on my lunch in work, and I didn't take the smiley yarn with me. That is everything. I think I actually... Lies! If you watched my last video, you're gonna be like, oh, that's not the end. She's got at least 2 more things to say. I made a ghost dog, but I'm gonna have to insert a picture because I definitely don't have that one with me. And that is by, though, I do have that, Crochet by Imogen 13 on Instagram. Free pattern, really good. I did mod it a little bit because he was going to be huge. He was going to be dog sized. So I skipped some of the rows to not have a giant one. He's about this big. Yeah, so that is everything that I've crocheted this week and all of my market updates and where I'm going from here. Yay! I did just want to say that for the Crochet Roulette, the ladies that are involved, organising, I guess is the better word. So Travel Crochet AU is the instigator. Beer Flamingos taking part, Coastal Crochet UK, Penny Potts Cottage, Enchanted Skein, Crafty Chaos Emporium, Mist Lily, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, I'm so sorry, What's Up Cupcake, Quack House Crochet, and In My Spare Time. So they're all ladies that I'm assuming they're all people that I watch, and you really should go check them out. And this challenge is fantastic and I'm really enjoying it so far. Like I said, I have trouble when I need to make the decisions myself. So by saying, no, you're going to make a pink sea creature this week, amazing. You're going to make a yellow mushroom this week, got it. You're going to make a variegated Australian animal, not a problem. So I'm really, really liking that guidance, I guess. Yes. So the next one would be chosen on Sunday. Super excited. I will be at the festival probably still, but I'm hoping to take some video for you guys. Like I took a video of the rain and stuff. I'm trying to get like bits while I'm there, but I still can't talk to myself. I'm really sorry, guys. If you enjoyed, pretty